It's time for the Across the Desk feature.
Across the Desk
with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
So, on Across the Desk this morning, I have got psychics across the desk. So, we're going to be diving into the world of psychics. We're joined by two people who play different roles in the space. One of them is a gifted psychic tarot reader, and the other is a psychic medium who bridges the world between the living and the spirit realm. As I've said before, the spiritual world is vast, it's complicated, and my guests today sort of make it easy to navigate for people who need help. So if you've ever visited a psychic before and you've got some thoughts to share with us, some experience, I want you to give us a call on 011-883-0702 to join this conversation. You can also send us a WhatsApp on 072-702-1702. If you've got questions for my guests as well, please feel free to call or send a WhatsApp. And remember, we're live on the 702 YouTube page, so you can just go watch what is happening in studio right now. All you have to do is go to the 702 YouTube page and you can check it out from there. So let me introduce you to my guest this morning. We've got Phathiswa Mbolo, also known as Patti the Medium, who's a psychic, joining us here in studio. Phathiswa, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Yeah?
Thank you for the invite. I didn't see it coming, but I've always known.
You see a lot of things, but you just didn't see this one coming.
No, it happened so fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least it finally happened. I've always known that my guides and my creator wanted to be in such a space where I can actually change people's lives. And here I am.
Thank you so much for being here. We also have Natasha McCloy, who is a psychic tarot and palm reader. Thank you so much, Natasha, for also coming through.
Thank you for the invite.
So I want you guys to just explain, and let's start with you, Natasha. What do you actually do? How would you describe what a psychic tarot reader does?
So basically what a psychic tarot reader does is uses these cards as a tool of divination to speak to the spirits to answer clients' questions. So with the cards, we are weaving a story using our interpretation and our intuition. So for example, a Sangoma will use bones.
Yeah.
I will use the cards.
The cards.
As guidance.
Okay. And how do you train for that? Is it something you are gifted with, you are born with? Is it something you train?
No, you 100% have to train for it.
Yeah.
Because we have 78 cards. Each cards have different symbols. They all have different meanings.
For different people? Oh.
Like the cards, the meaning of the card will change for the person that you read for. But they are, systems and processes in place in order to make it a much more fluid process.
And what about palm reading? What do you do with?
So palm reading, I read it quite scientifically. So there's a lot of training in that as well. But then you also read it psychically as well. So, you do have visions coming up from the palm as well.
All right. And Phathiswa, and you, psychic medium, what do you actually do? And is it something you train for? Is it a gift?
It is a gift. It's something that I've been trained to by my guides from my maternal side and my paternal side. I've never been trained by anybody. It comes as a communication, engagement on a spiritual realm. It comes as visions, intuition, and just the energy all around.
That's fascinating. Is it by vision? Is it something you see like when you close your eyes, or just like it comes in your mind?
It comes with voices, comes with visions.
Like clear voices.
Clear voices. As visions, sometimes it might be in true dreams. It might be as you are doing whatever that you're doing. Could be driving, could be just sitting at home and you start seeing certain picture, and that picture would actually comes with thoughts, or comes with more of just all around as you are sitting. It's like you're having a conversation with someone. And before you know it, it's either it will happen or you will just be guided on how to actually move around into all that is happening at that moment.
Don't you guys sometimes doubt what is being interpreted? Like,
Of course. That's the biggest psychics problem. People who've been doing this job for 40 years, That's their biggest issue.
How do you deal with that then?
Yeah, it's like you just have to believe in your intuition, go with the flow. When you start channeling, don't stop, don't second guess. In the tarot, we have the card of the Fool, of a man jumping off the cliff, and there's a little dog stopping him. And it's almost like that dog is your rational mind. It's just go, channel, do it.
Yeah.
You know?
And how do you deal with that?
I think as time goes by, there are certain messages that you'll probably get just before you dive in to the reading or to whatever the environment or situation that's about to happen. And you will know very well who's coming through with that energy, who's guiding you to that. I love my maternal grandmother so much. She's been the cheerleader for me for years. So even if I'm in doubt, I believe what I'm doing, it's truly genuine. I've always been that person, very loyal and honest and straightforward. Even if I feel like, oh, okay, what am I going to do this? Should I say it? Should I not? Is it going to hurt this person or not? It is my job to actually say as it is, and with consent on the other side, and be cautious of other things. So you can't really say, I'm going to hold myself into this, I'm going to be in doubt. You are guided, and some of the guides really cannot take you back, or rather be giving you a comfort zone. So it depends really who's guiding you and how is the relationship between you and your guides and those people's guides. Because some of them, they come and they're so grounded, or maybe they are even tired of the certain messages that they've been saying to this client. So you gotta have to just allow yourself and do what you have to do, but with honesty.
Natasha, do you guys sometimes get like overwhelmed with like a message that comes where you're like, oh my goodness, do I have to tell this person this? Because you can just see that it's probably gonna break their world apart.
Yes. With my readings, I always ask them before. We call it the D's. If I see divorce, death, disease, or dying, do you want me to tell you?
Ooh.
So it's up to them. I give them the choice.
Oh my God. Yeah. And so I can avoid the D's.
You can avoid no. Yeah, you can say no, I don't want to see that. And some people are like, no, I don't want to see divorce, but I'm happy to see disease, or I don't want to see death.
Yeah. Disease, I can work it out.
Yeah.
But, that is so complex. Do you as well, Phathiswa, sometimes feel, this is so heavy to share with someone? And I suppose the sad thing also is, as psychic, it's not like you're protected from feeling. You're still a human being. So if you're feeling something that you can tell that this is going to break this person, it still affects you emotionally in a way. So how do you deal with that? Or are you removed? You just go, this is what's going to happen to your child?
No. Not at all. Most of the people that are like me, we are having a certain personality, sympathy, empathy, kindness. And that plays quite an important role as you're delivering the message. So you would always ask for a consent on the other side while you're speaking with a person. Sometimes I even negotiate for the readings and be like, can we deliver this in a certain manner? Can we deliver this when this person is coming on a follow-up? I actually need more time to get to know this person. This person is broken with this situation right now. Can we hold on? And I do something that is more like claps over time. It's when really the message is coming through so strong, and there's a lot of things, and I could find that this one is quite heavy. Then when I start doing those claps in a reading, then I'm trying to negotiate, and I'm trying to say, let's hold on this one. This is not the right time for it. And sometimes they will listen, sometimes they will not.
Sure, that's so fascinating. 011-883-0702. Natasha and Phathiswa are in studio with me. If you've got some questions for them, if you want to share your experience having visited maybe a psychic before, you can give us a call or send us a WhatsApp voice note. I must say, people are already sending pictures of their palms. Some people are sending their information here, but some have questions that I'll get to them after the break. And a lot of people are already asking for your contact details as well, how they can consult with you guys. So we'll look at that as well when we return. It's 18 minutes now after 10 o'clock.
Across the desk
with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
21 minutes after 10 o'clock this morning on our Across the Desk feature, I've got Phathiswa Mbolo, also known as Patti the Medium. We've got Natasha McCloy as well, who's a psychic, tarot, and palm reader. We are diving into the world of psychics, so that we understand the kind of work that they do, the gift that they have, the interpretations they make. So if you've got questions, you're trying to understand more about their work, 011-883-0702. WhatsApp's on 072-702-1702.
Hi, Clement. I have a question to your psychic medium. How are mediums able to connect to the afterworld? Do they speak directly to them? Do they see a message that is written? And for example, I've had experience with a medium called Tess Singh. Tess Singh speaks English. How is she able to communicate with my grandmother, who the only words she knew of English is good morning and good night and goodbye, and did not speak English at all? And she spoke Ndebele. How was she able to communicate with my grandmother, who doesn't speak English? And how is that translated for her to understand what the message says?
Interesting.
There is absolutely no race in spiritual world. There's no color. There is no language. We're all one human being. And that's why we shouldn't always tolerate each other. We should always be kind towards each other. Because on the other side, there is no discrimination. My partner grandmother, I once did a reading with somebody of color. And she told me, oh, your grandmother can't speak English. And she's saying, why are you bringing me to the white people? But before you know it, within a minute, because the only reason why she was aggressively like that with the Xhosa language, it was because of the consent. I did not report when I was about to do that reading to them to say, can I have a bit of a conversation with you guys? But before you know it, she was already speaking in English. So they can speak all the languages. You'll find sometimes when I'm doing readings, I will actually have completely issues with my eyes. I would not be able to see. And I will probably even use a lot of my hands when I speak. It's because that person on the other side is either disabled in any of their body parts. And sometimes your body can even buzz. And while you're still getting the messages on how to actually deliver that message. So in that world, it is like that.
Yeah. Oh, Natasha, there's a question. Oh, yeah, you want to say?
And also to add to that, when you're doing mediumship, it's also a game of charades. You call the person in, like your ancestor or the person that the person wants to connect with. And they come as a vision, as a vision, and they don't actually speak. They're showing you things. Like they'll show you a cup. I see a purple cup. What does this cup mean to me? They're showing me crying. What does this relevance have to you as well? So that's another way to do it as well. So you're interpreting what the person is saying.
Someone else was asking Natasha this question for you. What is it about like palms that you're able to read? Are you looking at the lines? And we obviously all have different, I imagine, unique lines.
Exactly.
So what is it about the palm?
We're looking at the size of the hand, the shape of the hand, the texture of the hand, the color of the hand, how deep the lines, if they're faint, if they're very dark. We're looking also at the fingertip patterns, the size of the nail. If the nail has white dots, the flexibility of the hand as well. So we're just looking at it as a whole.
Okay. There's a question about what's been the most rewarding part of your journey as a psychic medium? Let's start with you, Phathiswa. What is it for you? What's been the most rewarding thing?
Being able to sleep at night. I really, really struggled before I actually give in and say, you know what, I'm going to serve the world. But what is the most fulfilling is able to save someone's life, or rather allow the creator and my guides to actually use me as a facilitator to teach and to deliver the message and just make a difference into the society.
And for you?
I like providing guidance to people. I like proving that there is a spiritual world out there, that there's something bigger than ourselves. I also like that I'm somebody that they can talk to in a safe, supportive, non-judgmental environment as well, and also serving spirits.
Yeah. Are there times when you get it wrong? When you're reading something and then the person says, no, that's not me, or I didn't go through that?
In a tarot reading or a psychic reading, you can never have 100% accuracy because we're dealing with interpretation and intuition. We're not dealing with analytics and hard data like palm reading. So we always say the best we can hope for an accuracy rate is an 8.5 out of 10. And in terms of predictions, we say this: you create your future. The guides and the tarot cards are just guiding you. You ultimately decide what outcome you want.
And Phathiswa, eh?
Definitely, it's not always accurate. Sometimes I'll find myself that I'm speaking about this person and the reading is just going well, and the person will be like, but it looks like, or it feels like you're speaking about my mom. It feels like you're speaking about my sister. It's because sometimes when that person comes in, because you're coming with your guides and you are representing a family tree, so could be that the person who gave birth to you, there's a disconnection or certain things that they meant to do that they are not doing it right in terms of their alignment, so that they can be placed into whatever that they need to do into their lives. And you would find that you are growing quite in speed as your parent or one of the people that are probably older in your family member. Now the energy is actually twisting to say these departments, or rather the greatest grand, or we would say Koko in Xhosa, they are actually meant to be aligning now your mom, but you are coming up and sorting issues in your family, and your mom is actually not doing that. So you'll find that the reading it's about you as you are here, but no, it's about your mom. Then that's when, as a psychic or a medium, you gotta have to advise that person to bring that person so that we can align the message and we can help each other and see how do we actually go through to help that family.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about, Natasha, you spoke earlier that there's something bigger than us. And, on this show, we've got a feature every Monday at 10:30. We do what different beliefs think or teach about the afterlife, for instance. So, I'm in my spirituality era, I'm reading books about spirituality, and I'm always my mind is blown about the fact that we think we're just these physical bodies. And yes, we serve, we go to gym, we bath, we look after these physical bodies, but we are so oblivious of this world that's out there, this reality that's out there. And it just scares me how much we don't give consideration or even curiosity to that. What is it about this other world that really fascinates you, that you wish people knew? Because we are too here on earth.
That we have angels and guides who are here to help us, who are here to serve us, that we can call upon them from guidance, that we should pray to them, respect them as well. And also know that when we die, it's not the end, we still carry on living. We still will live into the afterlife. And when people who we love pass away, also knowing that it's never goodbye, that we'll see each other again as well.
And for you, Phathiswa? There's just the spiritual world, because some people are like, I'm here on earth, this is my body, there's nothing else beyond this.
Sometimes they'll say, there's absolutely nothing like that. There's no God. There's no ancestors. It's just nonsensical.
So how did we get here then?
Really?
Yeah.
It's legacy. That's what I've been taught at home. It's you are carrying on the life of your DNA, your family. You loved your family. You are here because of them. It means that when they're on the other side, we are just carrying on the Kamela clan. We are just carrying on the Nguni clan. We are just going on into serving the purpose exactly how we were meant to be, how God actually created you into your womb, or rather to your mother's womb, for you to actually serve in a good way. And you can't do that without your soldiers, right? How do you just live life without being guided by their elders? Doesn't mean now that when your elders are not around, you are on your own in this world. No, you're not.
Yeah, what's that saying? Is it in Xhosa? Indlela ibuzwa
Kwaba
kwaba
phambili.
phambili. There are people who have walked here before us. And if we're not referencing and consulting, and how do we even know where to go?
And sometimes you don't have to consult in a way that is out of your personality or who you are. That's what I've realized or learned in my past 17 years of being trained as a psychic. It always polishes your personality. It always polishes who you are. I've never changed. I've always been this person. And it has been always just the greatness of, oh, wow, this is me. Oh, this is how it is. How things at home have been. So you would find that you're running away from something that is not even there.
Sure.
Across the desk
With Clement Manyathela.
on 702.
All right, it's 24 minutes now before 11 o'clock. We're taking your calls on 011-883-0702. Your WhatsApps on 072-1702. Tato on the WhatsApp line says, Clement, please can you ask Phathiswa there, what's on the other side? Does she see it vividly, or is it a matter of maybe just the visions that come? Is she able to tell us? Because I'm very intrigued by that. That's a message coming through from Tato. Tato, I'll get Phathiswa to respond to that in a moment. And then someone also says, can you communicate with pets? Do they have souls? We can say will be around us after they pass. That's a question there from Zandia. Phathiswa?
Thank you so much, Clem. Can I just quickly answer the second question? If you could please repeat the first question.
So the first question was from Tato that, so when we are saying there's another world out there, what's on the other side? Like, is it just a spiritual world where are people living like us here, or are they in the spirit, and they are spirit and they are light, or what's on the other side that's different to where we are now, the people you communicate with? And do you just see them, or do you actually see where they are when they send you messages?
It really depends where they are, what they are doing. I would say in a simple way, without complicating things, it feels or it looks like they are still doing the up and down and busy like here. I'll set an example. When I was coming here, I was told not to prepare for this interview.
They tell you that?
Yeah, not to prepare. Just come in and you will deal with everything as it is. And you will find that sometimes my grandmother, especially my maternal, will not be available at a certain time. She would leave my mom's sister, my aunt. And when she comes back, if there's any of explanation, it will be more, I was helping Lubabalo, your cousin. Or I remember I had an accident with a friend, and the first question was that, what happened? Because I don't understand. How? And they were like, please don't ask us that. We were busy somewhere else. And the first people who came into that accident, it was my grandmother's cousin and her daughter. So you will find that the family members do help each other, and some of them will be somewhere else. I mean, there is somebody else in my family who's busy with something that is bigger like this, and somebody needs to guide them. Somebody needs to go and protect them.
And then pets, do pets have souls in your understanding? Can they be communicated with?
Yes, they do. And I do readings on pets. That could be on cats, that could be on dogs. I've once saved my friend's, or rather my best friend's dog that wasn't well. It's doing very well right now. I've got dogs at home. There was a time where I wanted to actually get rid of them, and my grandmother came and said, you can't get rid of them. They are part of our family. They are part of our security. So, yes.
That's so interesting.
You must remember, some people have a choice. Some people have their own personal reasons not to actually have children. Or, they will take that as this patch is that closer to my heart, and that becomes more of like my little Melanie and Lonke. And it's interesting.
It is so fascinating. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, let's try do a reading. We'll start with a palm reading. Natasha will do a palm reading. And then, Zinta, do we know whose palm this is? And do I need, not the full name. Okay. So her name is G. So this person, your name is G. The person who has sent us their palm that Natasha is going to read now. So Natasha, over to you.
Okay, so I'll do the palm reading and you can just tell me to stop. Of course. So basically with G's palm, so palm is, she sent her left palm, which is your past, your genes, and what you hide from the world. And then your right hand is your present and your future and what you show to the world. So the lines in the palms, they do change, but we will work with her left hand now because this is all that we have. So the first thing I notice is that her fingers are very knobbly shaped. So that shows that she has an excellent eye for detail, that she's able to make order out of chaos. You can also see her thumb is so big. So the thumb is all about willpower and determination. So I'd say she's very successful. She has that drive to do very, very well. And also under her index finger, there's a mount over there, which is raised. And not everybody has a raised mount. So that's Jupiter, the mount of Jupiter, the biggest planet in the solar system. So that tells us again, she's very ambitious. She has good leadership skills, that she's very family orientated, that she wants a partner that she can show off and that she can be proud of. Maybe at times that she could also possibly be a little bit bossy as well. But the hand is nice and pink. So that makes her more healthy, more balanced, more warm. For example, if the hand is yellow, it shows somebody who's very bitter, or if it's very pale, it could show that maybe you could be maybe a little bit standoffish or a little bit cold as well. And also, what I notice under her ring finger, she has a very strong vertical line. That is the line of sun. So that shows that she's very family orientated, shows that she'll never be short of money, that she'll do very, very well in work as well. So that's one of the best signs that you can have on the palm. And under her baby finger, she has these two little perpendicular lines. So again, she has the focus and drive to do really, really well in work. And I notice under the baby finger, she has a small little loop. So we call it the humor loop. So a good sense of humor, that she would have a dry sense of humor, that she understands that life is not just about work, it's also about play, that she can see through hypocrisy. And also between her middle finger and her ring finger, there's also a loop there. We call it the loop of responsibility. So she's very, very responsible, takes her job very seriously as well. We look at the lines as rivers of energy. So the first line under the fingers is your heart line, which shows the state of your heart, shows the state of your relationships. Hers lies very low, so it makes her more empathetic, more sympathetic. But it says maybe growing up, maybe there was a little bit of emotional coldness from a parent. Sometimes we see in palmistry. But the line is thick. I would say it's an earth line, so wanting to be in long-term relationships. But I noticed the line has dots, and we don't want any dots on the line, really. So we say, just watch your heart health as well. Stay away from cholesterol foods. And between her headline, which is your first line, the heart line, and her headline, the second line, there's a branch coming down, which shows that she doesn't like it if people are rude, or she doesn't like it if people are brash as well. And if we look at the headline, there's a fork. This is the second line. That fork shows that she is very, very inquisitive as well. And the headline, again, it has a curve, so it shows it analytical, but still doesn't want to be, still shows a little bit of a creative side as well over here. And then the lifeline curves all the way out as well. So it shows at times she is still, again, more open-minded, more generous. And she actually doesn't have very many lines in her hand, which is a blessing, because when you have these less lines in your hand, shows you're able to deal with life's problems a lot easier than other people, able to be happy with the more basics in life, makes yourself less neurotic. But her amount of Mars is very high under the baby finger, so that shows that she herself, again, very determined as well. Yeah. She won't go looking for a fight, but somebody can stand her ground, She also can disassociate from people very well. And her job line starts in the moon, so she works very well with the public. Her parents gave her the chance to study what she wanted to study. It's floating. So maybe didn't grow up in the richest of households or had to work very hard to get where she is now, or success came later in life, or that was her destiny, because we're looking at the left hand, and it goes all the way up to the middle finger. So working, I would say, till possibly a little bit past retirement and doing 2 jobs towards the end of life.
Okay.
If I look at the palm as a glance.
All right. Wow, wonderful. Okay, let's go to Nomsa now, who's calling us from Germiston. Nomsa, good morning.
Good morning, Clement, and your guests in studio. I'd like a reading from Phathiswa.
Okay, I'll hand over to Phathiswa to talk to you about what you require from Nomsa.
Good morning, Sis Namsa. How are you?
I'm well, and you, Phathiswa?
I'm good. Thank you so much. I'm going to be doing a reading just now, but something very sensitive that is coming through. Yeah. Have you lost any baby? Miscarriage?
Yeah, I've had a miscarriage before.
Yeah. The spirit of the children in your family, they're not sitting well. That also includes your baby. The person who's coming through with that message is your uncle, and it's the uncle who's being sent by the elders. Elders that are women, and it's 3 of them. And mainly of them, they're coming from the side of your maternal side. I'm seeing somebody also who's coming from the side of your paternal side, but they're more of people that I could say they're traditional. And then the side of your mother, they are more of your Catholics. Are you struggling in relationships? Somebody's putting a smile as they're asking the question. And I suppose when the energy comes through like that, it is not that bad. It's just few things that you need to do.
Okay.
Can I just stop there for validation?
All right, yes. Well, I am married.
Are you cripping in issues? Are you having challenges in your marriage?
No, not at this point.
Okay. Just be on the lookout in the next 3 months. I'm picking up the 15th of July. You might be in a conversation or something that you need to go and be solving it at home, and something to do with your marriage. Do you have anybody at home that you can lean on in such times? It's something that that has to do with family. Have you guys finished amalobola wenu or anything that has to do with the celebration?
Yes, it was lobola, and it was actually done according to, as far as I know, everything was done with both sides of my family. But I know that his side of the family wasn't much involved because they couldn't come, but they were representatives to conduct the whole lobola.
Yeah, but that is living in that disconnection. That is just going to take you ekhaya nje kancane. Let's pray about these things. If we are phahla, or you can meditate to the universe and to your ancestors, do communicate about it before it hits on the 15th of July and it causes a bit of a discomfort. Otherwise, I'm happy with how you are handling things emotionally. You're very steady. You do keep your words, or rather, you are a loyal person. Keep it like that. I think this world needs people like you. But I will also just suggest to maybe get my numbers for the first point that we spoke about, and then we can take it in a private way on how to resolve that, because it will create,
right?
Yeah, the miscarriage. Okay. It will create certain problems for your life.
Okay.
And thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Phathiswa.
All right,
Thanks,
Nomsa,
Nomsa.
I'm going to put you back to the producers, then they'll get you in touch with Phathiswa, ne?
All right. Thank
All
you,
the
Clement.
best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nomsa there in Germiston. If you don't mind me asking this, I noticed that when you're doing a reading, you are a drawer, or you are, are you, like, is that like how you process it? Are you drawing the things you're seeing? Please take us through that process.
I probably have 8 of these books at home, and they all have certain message outside. So when I buy them, I always have to look out what's written there.
Yeah.
And it is part of my mediumship to actually scramble. It is how I connect fast or slow in a spiritual realm, and it just releases my energy. It just recharges me. It makes me happy. It makes me actually say a lot of things that are coming on the side.
Yeah, okay.
It's part of my resource, actually.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, there's some points Soweto who wants a reading from you, Natasha. We'll get to that. Able to us with 2 more breaks? Oh, we've got 1 more break. Okay, so we still have time. Let's go to Mpo now.
Pop reading?
Mpo Tarot.
Tarot. Okay.
Mpo, you are in Soweto. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Nice show also. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
All right. So I'll hand over to Natasha now, and then if she's got some questions, and then you just respond and go along, yeah?
All right. Thank you very much.
Let me ask you, Natasha, to just speak or move the mic with you. Yeah.
Sorry. So, hi, Mpo. So the way that I do the tarot is I say detailed focused questions, give detailed focused answers, unfocused questions, give unfocused answers. So what is your first question? And can I get your star sign at first, please?
Okay, my star sign is Taurus. I'm born on the 4th April, on the 21st.
So you said your star sign is Taurus, you said? Or,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so what is your first question?
My first question right now, I just got 2 family just passed away because last year was my grandmother.
Yes.
And so this year is my first baby mom, passed away last week on Friday.
Yes.
So I just need some clarity just to understand what's happening so far with everything in my life.
Okay, so with the tarot cards, we really do say detailed, focused questions because that's such a broad question. The cards won't be able to answer that.
Okay.
So we really need to hone it down. And the reason why I say this is that we only have 78 cards to show all the different scenarios in life. Because you could ask the cards, tell me generally what's happening in their life. And they could answer you, you're going to have dinner today at 7 o'clock, for example. So we just really need to focus.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe be more detailed. For what explicit question.
And also, and I know also, a lot of people sometimes get confused. So I don't do mediumship readings, which is connected to the departed. That's more for party, unless you'd like to answer that question. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want a more connection with the departed, Mpo, or you've got specific questions about what's happened that you want to ask?
Okay, departed person.
Oh, you want departed. Okay.
Yeah, because that's for that. Because right now I'm so confused because I don't know. Do I need some cleansing or something else? But I'll be much more specific with departed person right now.
Thank you so much, Budi. I think when you guys were speaking to Natasha, there was a time where I wanted to clap.
You did this,
yes,
I saw you.
I tried, but I couldn't be able to do it because the energy was directing to me and they were saying a lot to me about the reading. Yes, Puti, your departed loved one is sitting well, has been welcomed at home by people who are riding horses, and some of them who are coming more into putting white crystal stones into the hands, into the palms. You will need to do the cleansing. However, there is a time frame that they're speaking about where they are really not so comfortable into indulging the spirit, or rather this person who just passed away at home. I'm saying 3 months. Have you guys done any of the rituals where sometimes, depends on the families, we wait until the clothes or rather the assets of that person has been, shared?
Okay, so my grandmother, there was some cleansing. So this other lady, the mother of my child, because we had never been in a relationship because she broke up with me. There's no cleansing because I've never been in the funeral. But to my grandmother, there is one cleansing that we have been done.
Yeah, no, the one for the partner needs to happen.
Okay, for the one to the partner, because I was not in a relationship right now because I got my wife right now. There's no we we never like share anything, because in my side of my culture of my family, they told me that I never should be there in the funeral. I should not be there. Only my child can go there.
Okay. There is something called soul ties, where you might be in a relationship with somebody, maybe get engaged, or maybe that relationship, it takes such a long time, and you will find that you're still connected with that person even though you have your life partner or you are married. And there are certain things and the ways that you probably need to do to actually disconnect yourself to that person. Get hold of me, then we can indulge further on how to to go through all of that. But I'm saying that there is still a soul tie with that relationship.
Okay. Paul, I'm putting you back to Sinazo and Zintle. They'll get you in touch with Phathiswa. Natasha, there's another palm reading you'll do. Yeah, please move over the mic. Yeah.
Okay, so this is I find this palm,
is JM.
I find JM's palm quite fascinating, because usually the index finger and the ring finger are on the same level, but this one, the ring finger is very short and the index finger very tall. So finger of Jupiter, he is highly ambitious, leadership abilities, again, bossy. Sometimes when this index finger is on the same level as the middle finger, we say, possibly not in all cases, but it has been seen that there could be schizophrenia or bipolar in the family as well. And with this ring finger being so short, it shows that he has a good sense of rhythm, good well with precision timing sports, and that, again, he doesn't care. His appearance is not so important to him. He doesn't have to look all perfectly groomed all the time. Again, big thumb, very, very ambitious as well, and hardly any lines on the hand. So it shows that he, again showing he's less neurotic than other people as well, which is good. And it shows, again, very, very practical, I feel, as well. Very straight headline. So that shows he's very analytical. It's very short, that he can definitely be very stubborn as well. And a little bit of a distance with him and his family at times, because there is a gap. With his job line, they're showing it's very strong and deep. So, has done very well. So very hardworking, very motivated. But they're saying possibly at the age of 45 that he will come at some crossroads in his career, be a little bit unsure of where to go to, may not believe in himself as well. And it's interesting, big thumb, no sun line, shows a very faint sun line, maybe at times feeling he's not getting the rewards that he deserves, I feel. Just because it's not there, but I mean, it's quite interesting, hardly any lines on the hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, people want to know how to get a hold of you guys. I'm going to take the news now, and then after the news, then you guys are going to give them details of how they can get in touch, because there's many of them that want to see you guys. It's a minute now before 11 o'clock. Welcome to the third and final hour of the Clement Manyathela Show. So, in the last hour, I was speaking to Phathiswa Mbolo, who is a psychic, and Natasha McCloy, who's a psychic tarot and palm reader. And I know there are lots of you that have been asking for their contact details, how to get in touch with them. So I want to give them the opportunity to tell us that before we let them go. So Natasha, let's start with you. How do people get a hold of you to make a booking?
Okay, so I have a website, www.natashamccloy.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Natasha McCloy Psychic.
Yeah, and McCloy is McCloy.
Correct. And then you can WhatsApp message me on 073 902 6412.
Okay, so that's the WhatsApp number for Natasha, 073 902 6412. Otherwise, check the website, check on Instagram as well, Natasha McCloy. And for you, Phathiswa?
My WhatsApp number is 076 730 2030. And you can also reach me to my website. It's www.pathythemedium.co.za.
All right, www.pathythemedium.co.za.
And my Instagram and my TikTok, it is Pathy_the medium.
Okay, Pathy_the medium. Okay.
I just want to say something quickly. I just want to tell people that I don't take any offerings or payments in advance for my bookings. You pay after the reading. Even if it's an online, because I also do face-to-face and online readings, you do not pay in advance. We've been picking up a lot of skimmers and people that, stealing people's profiles, and they will use that. I don't take any offerings and payments in advance at all.
Okay.
I just want to say that to secure a booking with me, I do request payment in advance.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not a scammer.
Yeah, but you find sometimes it is instruction that you get it from your guide.
Especially on
5 years ago, I was told don't take people's money in advance. I think it's for a good reason how you guide it.
But also they get in touch with you. They can call you, Natasha, to make sure that it is you.
It is me, yes.
So once again, guys, if you didn't get their numbers on WhatsApp, to send them a WhatsApp, just get in touch with the producers. If you call us on 011-883-0702 or send us a WhatsApp on 072-702-1702, the producers will respond with their contacts. But Natasha's contacts on WhatsApp 073-902-6412. Phathiswa's contacts is 076-730-2030.